Alright, the video that I've been promising to share about my setup. I'll try to be short. I did a video a few weeks ago, but it was like 10 minutes. I think it was too long. So this is the Nexus 7 2013 installed using the OEM USDM navigation bezel. And so of course you have to do a lot of work to get this tablet to fit because the tablet is wider than the opening. If you carefully look, you may see the tablet. I don't know if, yeah, you may see it here. There's the USB cable. I think the tablet sticks out on that side, but you see it's hard to see, so that's nice. And I was able to keep the vents functional, so it's not too bad. This one is a little bit harder. Actually, it's not that bad. Yep, it looks good. The button right here, this is this is basically the power button of the tablet. So there are very rare instances where, I don't know, let's say you're driving and the tablet freezes and it just doesn't reboot by itself. You're basically stuck. And so, I mean, at least that's what I think. You're basically stuck. So the way you can basically you can reboot the tablet with this button right here. I mean, if I press really quick, it should say you want to power down. Oh, that's okay. Okay, and then I have a bunch of underneath this piece. I have a USB hub, a powered USB hub. It's a D-Link. Before that, I had a crappy USB hub, and man, it was giving me a lot of trouble. So now with this nice D-Link, I think it has 5 ports and 2 high charging ports, but I basically have 4 devices plugged to this USB hub. I have a backup camera. So the backup camera uses, let's see, now this app is called EasyCap. So I have a shortcut this way when I do this. Well, right now we're not gonna see anything, but let's see. I'll show it real quick. To turn on the car, turn off the AC. So if I back up, boom, it perfectly works, man. Even in the dark, you see pretty well. So I love it. It's really nice. And as you can see, I'm using this app here. It's called GMD Gesture. I love that thing. I think it's everybody that uses a tablet or their phone in a car should use this app because it requires less interaction. You basically can interact with the tablet and still keep your eyes on the road. So as you can see, pinch 3 fingers to get home, back 4 fingers. You can associate a gesture to an app, to open an app, or to a specific action. So I have volume, btSsm, Wi-Fi on off, next previous, play pause. Let's see, gospel stuff for me. This is nice, the screen filter, so get even darker than the stock lowest setting. Folder, music, etc. etc. So it's really great. Okay, so I was saying, so I have this backup camera installed, and then I have for the btSsm app, for this app, so I have hooked up a what do you call this? I forgot, the Vacom cable. So it's just plugged to the USB hub. So that's 2 devices. Third, right, a bearing. I don't know how you pronounce it. Basically, a digital to analog converter for the audio. So this way, I don't have to use the analog, the headphone output of the tablet. I get everything from the USB cable, and it's working just fine. And then the last device that I have plugged to this is basically my USB hub. My USB stick, which is right here. So I put it here so that you can't see, but right, yeah, I cannot see. But right here, I basically have my USB stick. This way I can unplug it, go out on my computer and change the content, etc, etc. So before I put the hub here, but it was a pain because it took a lot of space. Then I put it here, and because I thought, oh, I need to be able to access everything just in case. But actually, no. The only thing I need to access is the USB stick. So the memory stick, and the rest can just stay plugged in. Now, I've added another feature. So let's say I'm driving, and sometimes you can have an app that's acting up and freezes, like the tablet freezes, and it will reboot. If it doesn't reboot, as I said earlier, I can use the power button to reboot the tablet. But let's say it reboot by itself, so that's great. I've noticed a few times when it does this, for some reason, as I'm driving and it's rebooting, it will not recognize it will not recognize the USB devices. And the only way for it to recognize them is simply to put the tablet to sleep mode, like if you turn it off, not power it down, but like the Timur shutdown sequence. But the thing is, you're driving, so you would have to you would have to, because this button will only power down the tablet, but it will not power down the USB device. Everything still stays on because the car is on. So the only way to do this is to actually park the car and turn the car off and just wait. And then it's a pain. So what I've done is, I forgot to mention here, I have a 12 to 5 volt DC to DC converter. It's a 5 amp unit, so it's enough to power the tablet and the USB devices, the USB hub. So what I've done is I've added here, if you can see, I've added another button right here, switch. So when I press this button, everything shuts down. So let's try it. So right away when I press, the thing goes into standby, the USB devices, everything is off. And I've noticed whenever I do this, then I can wait 5-10 seconds, and then I turn it back on, then the tablet will I guess the USB devices will get mounted and the tablet will recognize them with no problem. So that's awesome. What else? Oh yeah, just a nice little feature, this button. I try to find one that kind of match the inside of the car, I mean the lights in the car. So when I turn on the headlight, it's okay, it's not too bad. At least this way I can see the button in the dark. So it's not a different color than the rest, but it's a little bit brighter, but that's all right. I think that's about it. Yeah, of course, all of this for my music, because I'm an audio freak, so I have this preamplifier. The audio output from the USB DAC goes to this preamplifier, and then in the back I have 3001 amp for the subwoofer RMS, and then 300 watt RMS amp for the stock speakers, and they actually sound pretty good, so it's not too bad. Yeah, I think that's enough. Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be 5 minutes, but still 9 minutes video. All right, I think that's it. Okay, it's good.